Welcome, folks. Back to Deus Ex. Mankind divided. Done a little bit more looking into things. Specifically... Specifically the fact that I've eliminated an entire side quest that we're not going to be able to do. On purpose. When I shot the one guy... I mean, it's like the one guy I actually killed on purpose. He does offer you a side quest if you keep him alive. However, I disliked him just enough to where I'm like, no. No, you die. So, remember, we purposely went out of our way to kill him. So we don't get that side quest. Because he'd be popping up any time. But, that's not happening now. Gotta love it. After all, he can't give us the quest if we're dead and we never talk to him. And we stole the neuroplasticity unit, and then we killed him.
Don't see that much anymore.
Because I didn't like it. It's definitely weird that we did that. But that's how it goes. I must have been in his apartment at some point. All right, gun.
Did you bring anything to drink? You bust into a man's home, you should at least bring a drink.
Are you Johnny Gunn?
That's right. What do you want?
Have you heard about your wife?
Which one?
Excuse me?
I've been married a bunch of times. Which wife are we talking about?
Angela's dead. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. They found her body in an alley.
Yeah, well, you're not the one to tell me so. I appreciate your way of trying to break it to me, though. Do you know if she died quick or not?
No, I don't.
I hope so. Angie didn't deserve to suffer.
So you did know already?
How did you know?
Your detective friend called, told me to sit tight and wait for you, so here I am, sitting tight, being cooperative.
Is that a bell tower patch on your jacket?
Yeah, so?
Let's just say I'm familiar with bell tower.
What does that mean? Familiar how?
I'm familiar with their retirement plan. Looks like they're treating you real well, Johnny.
Fuck you. I was in New South Wales, man. Hell, I'm still there. Probably gonna spend the rest of my life trying to get out. See, this is the price a man pays to no longer take orders. Something tells me you're not paying it.
Australia. You were there during the Civil War?
Oh.
That's right. And that was only the beginning. Not my first choice, believe me, but, Bell Tower wasn't all that big on choice. Send you where they want, make you do what they want, replace parts of you whenever and however they want.
I didn't choose to be augmented either. Not when it first happened.
Apparently we're supposed to be grateful. Alloy's so much better than skin, right? At least, that's how they sold it to me.
For some things it is. Not for everything.
I can walk through fire, but sand won't stick between my toes. I can shove a knife through my hand, but I can't trust what I feel. Even my dreams are made of alloy.
Both of your hands are made of alloy?
Fingers are for human beings, Mr. Gunn. What you have is so much greater.
And then they told me what they wanted me to do, and what would happen to me if I didn't. Well, let me tell you something. That's not me anymore. Hasn't been for a very long time.
They found a partial print on Angela's neck. Belongs to whoever strangled her.
My hands were designed to kill in wars no one's ever heard of.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
couldn't leave a trace on someone's skin, even if I wanted to.
That is true.
They did it so you can kill better.
So I'd never get caught. Ironic, right? Being a good killer is probably what saves me here. Or, you still think I killed Angela?
I'm sorry for what Bell Tower did to you.
Don't be. They gave me tools they want me to have.
Yeah, this is
It
true.
was in their interest for me to have. But the decision to use them, that was all me. Now, if you don't mind, I'd very much like to be left alone.
Medical transports from getting through. In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud when they rigged the electronic voting system and elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In Russia, packed combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the UN,
Bottles of beer.
See, I've already scoured the place, so I don't recall there being anything.
If there isn't.
98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer.
anonymity, security. These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Palisade Property Bank have made addressing those concerns a priority. Information on
Okay.
Palisade Property Bank
Fully augmented
is
hands.
beyond
Yep, that goes there.
assured anonymity. Palisade.
That's the radio we can turn on. Oh, there's an ebook I didn't see down here.
Some beer on the wall.
Why don't they deliver?
Something beer.
Sorry, Johnny. I'll leave you that with that alcohol.
Drake went down, passed around. Something.
I mean, we found some evidence.
Become impossible to cross. We need a timeout. A temporary separation.
You got me mixed up with someone else. It happens all the time.
And that medical report's pretty spot on.
Legislation is to ensure
Tomorrow.
they are as safe
If there is a tomorrow.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer.
And there's nothing else in here that would even link him to it. Or not.
98 bottles of beer.
Thank you, Dr. Christensen. Reporting to you.
that's on the next floor.
Partial
It's
reporting.
on the next floor up.
And now for a close look at the events leading
That was but a few minutes ago. See, him not having a computer in his house is kind of weird.
always watching because you are.
I don't think I kept the save around before I talked to him.
Hikers News.
You got
Always
me mixed
watching
up with someone
because
else.
you are all-
Happens all the time.
Nope. That save is gone. No big deal. Oh, no big deal.
Always watching. In part one. Two-part look at the human restoration. Oh, yeah. Joined by the
There's nothing else in here.
Something.
That's in control of the most dangerous weapons on the planet. I warned you years ago about production equaling destruction. That the fact
Incident put everything off the rails. Since then, the rift between augmented and natural has gotten so wide, so deep, it's become impossible to cross. We need a so we can clear the air,
99
reevaluate how
bottles
to
of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer.
is being enacted as a part of subjugation.
What the fuck? Are as safe from us as we are from them. Not augmented, but I have many friends who are.
Need
Most
more
of them are
beer.
afraid to walk outside
98
their
bottles
home
of beer on
because
the
if they do,
wall.
the level of
98
hatred
bottles
and
of beer.
suspicion aimed at them, it's
You
horrible.
got me mixed up with someone
They want
else.
to feel safe with you, and they
Yeah, I'm sure it does, Johnny. I'm sure it does.
Something here.
Expansion plans for the Palisade Bank Corporation.
Get out of the way, please. Thank you.
The bank's iconic place.
Well, there's nothing in here that says he did it. And honestly, other than
First pass. Sources close to the bank tell me that no hacker has ever come close to breaching the plate's defense.
other than
Despite an almost astronomical
the medical log, which doesn't, and that all that does is tell us that he didn't strangle her.
The Wells will take care of it.
That's all that says, is that he didn't strangle her. At least, not by himself, he didn't.
Hello. How did you get to
Always concerning. He couldn't leave a partial print on her, even if he tried. That is the big downside to being fully augmented as Jensen. Well, that's the advantage and curse of Jensen's level of augments too. He could almost not leave DNA if he wanted to. Like seriously, Jensen couldn't leave DNA if he wanted to.
The things you...
You looking at something?
By the way, I told Daria to go home. I really don't think she saw anything.
Alright, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny Gunn.
Aye.
He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Why else would I be here?
I
Valid.
don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world, we arrest them for the right reasons, but, well, the world's not always perfect.
You'll only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence tells you to, right? It's not enough that he's an AUG.
Right.
And that your bosses want him to go down.
I'll hold my guys off for as long as I can. But unless you can prove someone else killed Angela, or at the very least that Johnny didn't, I don't have much choice. That's why I'm trusting you to talk to him. Give me your honest opinion on what happened here.
Yeah. Why are you trusting me exactly?
Because you gave me the impression of being qualified. Because I'm big enough to admit that maybe I can use the help, and between you and me, because the thought of confronting a man like Johnny Gunn scares the shit out of me.
People hold a hell of a grudge against AUGs, ever since the incident.
Yes, and?
Well, good thing the cops here are such professionals. Part of being a police officer is treating everyone the same, right? AUG or no AUG.
It's not that simple, and you know it.
That's true.
A police force isn't some abstract ideal of what justice and law should be. It's an instrument of those in power. A reflection of the society it protects.
Yeah, sadly.
I haven't been seeing a whole lot of protection out there.
Well, that depends who you ask.
How long have you been a cop?
Too long. And of all the ways to go out, eh?
What do you mean?
I mean being assigned a case like this. It's HQ's little joke before sending me off to retirement. Oh, but don't worry about me, eh? I'm a survivor. I can make it through this.
This case is a joke to you?
I didn't say that. I said it's a joke to HQ. They know I haven't left my desk in years.
Ah, so he's been a
that
desk
doesn't mean
detective.
I'm not qualified. Just a little rusty.
I'm here because I don't like the idea of someone killing people right outside my window. Maybe he's out there right now, targeting that poor witness. Or maybe he's just looking for any chance to do it again.
Fair enough, Mr. Interpol.
Did
What do you
killer
think's the
leave
most
anything behind?
operandi?
Does anything strike you as odd?
I don't know. It's a murder, you know? Doesn't matter if you look at it sideways or upside down. It's never going to look normal.
I found a print on Angela's neck, next to the contusion marks. It's a partial, so I don't think we can match it to anything. But at least we know the killer left something, and that she was strangled.
Huh. A fingerprint. I must have missed that one. This is exactly the kind of evidence I'm talking about. No way Johnny could squirm his way out of something like that. If only we could link it to him.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible.
I found a broken needle stuck in the victim's shoulder. The killer might have drugged Angela before killing her.
Maybe, but keep in mind she was an AUG. Don't you all have to shoot up that new pause shit? Let's go for the obvious before jumping to any wild conclusions.
It's a valid point.
I'm assuming you know her augments were harvested. The marks on her body make it seem like the killer knew exactly what he was doing, knew exactly what he wanted.
The way you said that just now.
What about it?
The way you described the AUG removal. And before, you mentioned a broken needle in the right shoulder?
That's right.
Yeah.
It reminds me, you know. There was this cop, Smolinski. He used to work in this neighborhood. He had this theory about a copycat. Someone acting just like a dead killer named, Svobotka.
You think there's a connection to another case?
I don't know yet. But I remember him mentioning something about needles and AUG removal. Smolinski died in the police station bombing. Whatever files he had would have been moved into temp storage, across the street from the bombed out station. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing.
Did she have any...
Do you know if the victim had any enemies?
Any enemies?
I know she and Johnny didn't get along. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you.
Well, tell me about
Tell
what
me about
you
the
think
victim's
about
husband,
Johnny.
Johnny.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower. He's been arrested
Well,
for
we know
all
that.
sorts
We
of things
talked
in the
to
past.
him. We could see the,
Now, don't get me wrong.
the corporate
I
logo.
believe in evidence, but I also believe in playing the odds. 9 times out of 10, the husband did it.
Why are your
Valid
superiors
points.
so eager to pin Johnny for murder? It's gotta be more than just not liking the guy.
Standard policy for guys like Johnny. The way they see it, you send a man like him into Golem City, and he's liable to go off the grid, end up with Ark or God knows who. He becomes 10 times more trouble than he's worth. But if they can charge him with something big, something like murder, well, suddenly he's no trouble at all.
Were you able to get anything out of the witness? Sounded like she might have seen something.
Who? Little Miss Mousy? I was under the impression Daria was your domain. Apparently, I'm not good enough to talk to.
Okay.
Anything I should know about the scene? Anything jump out at you?
The dismembered body jumps out at me. Keep in mind, I've been behind a desk for the last 12 years. It all jumps out at me.
I found what looks like a grenade fragment. EMP by the looks of it. Killer might have used this to incapacitate her.
Interesting. Johnny wouldn't need an EMP to take down his wife.
No, he wouldn't.
Riot police use EMPs to re-establish public order around here. With all the AUG riots, anti-AUG riots, it wouldn't surprise me if that's all it was.
Yeah, riots and counter
Still.
riots.
Interesting.
I found this piece of glass near the body. Pair of broken glasses, maybe?
I don't know what to tell you. We're in the back alley of a major city. There's bound to be broken glass.
Valid.
I found this press ID on the victim.
Okay, enlighten me. We care about this... why?
Angela Gunn was a journalist. Maybe this is work-related. Maybe she uncovered something she wasn't supposed to.
Maybe. I don't know.
He's not concerned about any of that.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
You do whatever you have to.
There is more.
Interpol. Who do they think they are?
You think I don't know what's going on here?
Gruesome, isn't it?
It was just a matter of time before they got her.
Before who got her?
She's that journalist. The one writing all those things about...
You know who.
You'll have to fill me in.
Radko Maximilian Perry? The local anti-AUG politician? That's Angela Gunn lying there. She's the one that's been writing about him.
Oh.
There was a threat of a scandal and everything. Coincidence?
Not necessarily.
Sounds like someone should go after this guy, ask him some questions.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Just, if you do that, please don't mention me. I don't want to end up like her.
What else can you tell me about Radko?
What can you tell me, man?
The guy's a sleazy piece of shit. That's all there is to it.
And you think he's capable of murder?
Absolutely.
Did you actually see anything?
No, he didn't.
I just got here, so I see what you see. A dead, augmented journalist.
Thanks.
Okay, so what we have. She said she's my neighbor. I don't know which neighbor she is referring to. Oh, that's the neon guys up and active. That's good to see. No, that's not good to see. Not at all. Not at all. That's the one house I never got into. My direct neighbor. Well, there's no one in there. Right, this cat lady. This is Daria. Daria's not home.
In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud when they
Daria?
elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In Russia, hacked combat
Daria?
drones attacked St. Petersburg.
Where is she? She is not home.
Around the clock, around the world. Like a snake, always watching, because you are always watching.
Oh, this is where I knocked out the guys.
I am joined by Planet Music award-winning artist Miyashia Akeem.
Oh, this is a
who
different
has
place
recently
altogether.
launched a new partnership with Artists Against Violence.
Whoa.
Take a good look. I won't be here long.
Dude, you are a mess.
Daz is the man. He'll set you up.
Back away, please. This is none of your affair.
That's a neon distributor. Honestly, not sure why I'm doing this. Let us be honest. It's not like there aren't places for us to explore.
Don't stand out in the open.
Where we will look at the technology of sustainability. Claims to have perfected in Libya. This is Eliza Cassell, reporting live.
The drug dealers. Annoying it is that they keep coming back, but what else am I supposed to do? We gotta learn one way or another. This is not a good place to set up shop.
Now moving over to technology.
You think they would have learned the first time? Especially considering I shut them down. So what they have is what all they got, as far as neon goes. You think they'd learn? Unfortunately, not everyone can.
Biocells, painkillers, right over there. You want?
I might be.
Come on. Give us access to the shop rather than your dialogue, which has not changed. Bunch of alcohol. The fact that Johnny has no hands, no physical hands, should be enough to clear him. It should be enough to at least be like,
Ours is the man.
he very clearly didn't strangle her. He very clearly couldn't have done that. But we have... Is it opposite the bombed out? All the files are opposite the old bombed out one. Which I'm not sure how we would even get to there. Yeah. I'm not sure we could get to that even if we tried.
Come on, you know how this goes. Come
That
on,
is
come
mighty.
on, let's see them.
If you don't want any surprises, you might want to be more specific.
Shut up, Clank. I want your papers, not your opinion. Fuck me. We do not want trouble. There is no need to start any trouble, yes?
You sure you don't want to see anything else?
Yeah.
Don't go upsetting the real citizens, Blank.
Around the clock, around the world. Pike is always watching, because you are always watching. In part 2 of
I'm not seeing any... Oh wait, there's a way in.
You're hurting me. Why are you doing?
Nothing I can do about that. Much as it hurts me to not be able to do anything about it. There's his computer. That was a bodyguard of his. Security man, keep an eye out. Code acquired for a safe. But there's no safe in here. There's not a safe in here at all. The man himself. What do we have? Ooh, not the greatest of computer networks to try and hack.
Anomaly detected.
And
Access
there we
granted.
go. No idea what the actual function of the head secretary estate is. Nothing incriminating there. Well, I can say this, he's definitely into some kinky stuff. But that looks to be it. Oh, 109.
Some people have called this project an art utopia, but to that I say you can't have artificiality without art.
Tune in next week.
Oh,
for
that
our
was
second
it.
episode of the series, where we will look at the technology of systems.
And that's all there was. Nothing terribly incriminating. Well, nothing terribly incriminating.
Or meteor has been deflected. It makes you wonder.
I mean, there's been literally nothing that would even suggest. Nothing that suggests immediately that he's the problem.
You're hurting me. Why are you doing this? You're hurting me. Why are you doing this?
Right, that's the pawn shop. That's where Helena has, or should we say Eliza, contacted us from.
Algo me aplaqué y voy a hacer.
Though if we could find the files on that one killer.
What a fucking city.
Yes, I may be a civilian, and yes, I'm doing contract work, but I'm also technically an Interpol agent. You kinda don't want to mess with me too much. You silly people. I suppose we should see what the police station has. Maybe they'll have something on file. And that would be where they'd put it, too. They'd have to put it, since the station blew up, in police evidence. Clearly, they're not just gonna let me waltz in there, all willy-nilly.
We need to be out.
What's up? Huh. Hello, civilians. You look comfortable down here. as comfortable as can be. All things considering that you're living inside of a sewer system. Oh, this is this location. We've been in here. Yeah, this is where what's-their-faces were.
Aimed at them. It's horrifying. They want to feel safe again.
Yeah, where these guys were. Looks like everything got taken when we shut them down. Except the power generation units and everything. Shoot, even the computers got confiscated. We really shut them down. I mean, not quite that. I didn't want to jump quite that high. I'm not sure it beats a lot of things. Is there a nice way into the police station? Back way? I'm not seeing one.
Feels like it's going to rain. We'll take care of it.
Maybe if I can get in from the roof.
One of these hands and fuck, try something.
That would require me to find a thing to land on, though, up there.
These flanks know better than to attack us.
No. Definitely can't get on that roof. Well... and it's a little short to be able to just jump up there. Maybe from this side? No. No. Well, it was worth a shot. Guess we'll just have to go into the front door. Like every good civilian. This isn't Detroit. Where we can just make our way in. Hey Marbles, how you doing?
Co je donutí na nás zaútočit? Hezký město, Deus. Hádám, že se k vám asi donesli ty špatný.
Yes, I heard about the unit.
Útulek,
yes, I heard about that.
Že někdo zabil Talose Rakera a oni se teď bouřejí.
Well, they're gonna complain if I actually start
What a
doing
place.
things.
All these homeless, usually they stay in the poor quarter, but the increase in gang activity at night has driven them here. We're in this together.
Human Rev is good. I think Mankind Divided is slightly better. I mean, it plays better. Definitely looks better. And there's a lot more side missions.
No.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack's really good.
We should head out for a quick break. Nothing will happen.
Klesly už o 6%, si i nadále vedou chabě, poté co investoři zaznamenali pokles prodejů neuropozinu.
Right, now I'm trying to infiltrate the police station here.
Jestli si ty hajzlové něco zkusej.
I'll let you know if I see anything.
Státní policie vyšetřuje ohavnou vraždu, která
My
se
gut
dnes
is
v noci
telling
stala
me
v
it
pražské
won't be
čtvrti
quiet
Překážka.
long. I'll quit, that's all.
You sign up after the org incident.
Jen pokračuj.
Copy that.
Just don't want to get on the police's bad
Chceš, abych ti
side.
dával hlášení každých pár minut.
No one is crazy.
Especially considering these are the Czech police, as opposed to the Detroit police. These are not American police. Also, after the AUG incident in Human Revolution.
Dog like that.
Kež bychom tak mohli zastřelit každýho auga, co uvidíme.
No one is crazy enough to attack us.
Need to fill my ticket quota for the month. Do not think they might try to fight back, do you?
We're in this together.
I don't know, the atmosphere seems pretty good. Like, it is an extremely oppressive atmosphere with the whole anti-AUG things going on. It is very much, this is definitely very much what I'd say it's got the feel better. It's got a good lot, it does have a lot of feel for what it's going for. And the side missions are much more well-paced. Although, I will say, Human Revolution didn't have this, where you can just buy Praxis kits. 10 of them for $7. Or for $10, 15,000 credits. That actually gets me every time. It's like, I'm not happy about that. They really shouldn't be there. These types of things really shouldn't be in the game, especially considering it's a single-player game. Gets me every time, and I'm not happy about it every single time. Grenade launcher EMP grenades. Here we go. Harvester victim number 4. Traces of EMP, augments removed. Partial prints. Yeah, Square Enix, especially at the time. Which is an absolute shame. Right now we're investigating a murder of an AUG that took place just outside of our house. Well, our apartment building. Now we gotta sneak out of the police station without looking too suspicious. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that there was a third game planned, and apparently the ending very clearly implies that. Which is a shame. But then again, all these Deus Ex games have done is lead up to
Kež bychom tak mohli
the
zastřelit
world
každýho Alga,
where
co
the
uvidíme.
original Deus Ex took place in. Which is, let's see, it's 2229 in game. The original game takes place in 2050. So it's only 21 years later. They really can't do a lot.
Treat a dog like that.
Because we kind of know where the universe sits. Kind of. Is it Eidos who's making Fable? No, that's crazy. If Eidos is the one's now making Fable, that is nuts. I knew the development wasn't. I thought they remade Lionhead in order to make that happen. Well, I'm not. I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. I'm not sure on that one. Yeah. Rip Lionhead. The MO seems to fit. But I don't think it's gun. Said the guy was gonna go to medical. I don't know of any medical facilities around here. Yeah, Chicken Chaser. or in Fable 2 it was Little Sparrow. I don't remember what the third one was. Honestly, I don't remember much about the third game at all.
Seems as though
If you were Little Sparrow in Fable 2, I will say it actually took quite. It was actually quite difficult to get Mankind Divided working because apparently the DirectX. Oh, I don't doubt it. I will say this: it looks better under the DirectX 12 renderer that's in the PC game. However, it is horribly broken and would crash my driver after like 2 to 5 minutes once we got out of the tutorial. It would just crash my driver, my graphics driver. So I had to switch back to the standard driver, and it doesn't look quite as good as it did there.
What the
But
hell?
also I couldn't get a steady 60 frames per second
All I am saying
to
is there is
save
surely
my
logic
life
to it.
under that renderer, so I don't know what they were rendering.
By those Tarvos guys?
The security guards.
But it was...
Why would they?
It was ridiculous is what it was. Alright, that just leads to the sewers. Yeah, this is on I think we're on Ultra Everything. So this is as good as the game looks. Period. Yeah, we're Ultra Everything. So this, yeah, the game looks really good. And you can definitely tell that there was a decent enough time gap between Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. Because don't get me wrong, I love Human Revolution, but you can clearly tell it's a very game of its time look. Especially the facial, the faces just looked weird. And I think it was mostly a lighting and slightly lower textures, especially on the hair, that caused that look. Yeah. I mean, it's still better than, it's still better designed and optimized than Invisible War was. We'll get to that. We'll get to Invisible War. But Invisible War has design issues we'll get into when I decide to get around to it. It just has problems. Oh, yeah. Yeah, in both games, his apartment is absolutely sick.
Would you piss off the police?
Alright, so... She's part of the press. Was investigating this guy. But we've got no evidence that he's the Ripper. Yeah, bruises with a partial print. Johnny Gunn has hands. Has augmented hands. So he can't leave fingerprints. So he couldn't have done that. Oh, don't tell me we gotta go. Oh yeah. No doubt about it at all. The soundtrack was very good. Absolutely.
Something wrong?
I'm having to try to track down our witness. I can't find her to save my life.
Man.
She's our neighbor up here, but I can't find her to save my life.
Don't bother him there.
Because the detective let her go, and she's not in her... Right, I interrupted those cops on their arrest earlier. A Journey, I've heard, has an amazing soundtrack. Mass Effect in general has a really good soundtrack. And 2's is pretty good. I've yet to complete 2. I really need to complete 2 on my time. I should really play Stellar Blade 2 as well. I've heard that was, and it looked good too, so. Oliver. That's just a generic person. There's a lot of games I need to eventually get around to completing. I've got both Nier games, Replicant and Automata. Who turned on my TV? I did not turn on that TV. And also someone cleaned up the bodies. The game cleaned up the bodies. We got ambushed earlier with some mercenary thugs who were after...
Dars is the man.
Oh, how do I say it? She was the...
He'll set you up.
She's Eliza, the AI from...
You need a... You want...
I might be in.
Yeah.
I sell...
Yeah.
Buy...
Yeah, very clearly it was very Nier inspired. You could tell that by looking at what the main character is. It's like, yeah, that's very much inspired. Not saying that that's necessarily a bad thing that you could clearly tell. It's always good to figure out what inspires one game from one game to another. This guy sells the Typhoon ammo.
Biocell.
Civilian. Scandalmonger.
Gruesome, isn't it?
This is some sick shit.
Yeah, Stellar Blade definitely is a game I'll have to look into at some point, but there's a lot of games I need to look into at some point. There's always more good games coming out, and just never enough time to play all of them.
This is interesting.
Yeah, our witness has gotten away from us. Yoko Taro's a weird one. As far as devs go, he's a very eccentric and odd one, and always has been.
You looking at something?
And that's fine. And that's fine, but he's very clearly an unusual one. All right, detective.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Let's talk about the case.
All right, so talk.
I think I might have some
They
information
found
on
some more potential suspects.
Let me guess. It's the colonel with a lead pipe in the library.
Not quite.
Apparently the victim was mixed up in some kind of political scandal with a man named Radko Perry.
Hey, not the first time a politician and a journalist.
Yeah, I'm surprised at actually how
didn't get
good it
along.
looks.
So you don't think he's worth talking to?
Radko Perry? A murderer? I don't think so. Worst he can do to someone is get their car towed.
Good thing I don't have a car. Where can I find this guy?
Radko runs his campaign out of an old print shop not far from here.
I've already been there.
You want to brighten up his day? Be my guest. But that's all you'll be doing by telling him his rival is dead.
I have what I need for now.
You do.
All right, let's go talk to Radko. And hopefully he's not too upset that I knocked out his bodyguard. Let's hope he's not too upset about that. I will say this about I don't know, I think the character models look pretty good myself. But they definitely looked better under the other renderer. They definitely look a lot more washed out. You guys grabbed a second civilian? What are you guys doing?
Fucking orcs. No respect.
Are you Radko Perry?
Oh, he definitely
If
has
this is about that anti-org speech I gave, save your indignation, okay? I'm only the voice of the people. I'm only saying what they want to hear. Your problem, it isn't with me. It's with the way this issue is polling.
I'm here about Angela Gunn.
Who?
A journalist. She was found dead in an alley.
Oh, how sad.
But you wouldn't know anything about it.
No, he would not.
No. But the fact that you could imply such a thing, I am a public figure. But rest assured, my team will look into it. I'll even send the family a gift basket. How does that sound?
You owe the family a little more than that, don't you?
I told you, I had nothing to do with whatever happened. Now, who are you?
Oh,
Why
no.
are
Yeah,
you really
Dead Island 2 probably has some
I'm
really
here
good
because
lighting.
I heard Angela found skeletons in your closet.
Well, lucky for me that she's dead then, huh? No, but seriously, what kind of skeletons?
Is that all you care about? She was just murdered. You could show a little more compassion.
Compassion is for the cameras, but hey, maybe you should be the politician. For a second there, I almost believed you care.
Your politics are viciously anti-AUG, is that accurate?
I will say this game looks better when it's not
You
at
go out of your way to incite
nighttime.
violence against
This
hogs?
nighttime has definitely done
I
some
wouldn't call it
nastiness to
going
the
out
lot
my
of the
way.
colors.
More like it's on my way. A flower you pick as you pass by. To be honest, my politics aren't even based on an ideology.
Nighttime lighting is always a terrible thing to try and get at anyway.
Here, and I stay out of jail.
You're not doing a very good job tonight.
I'm doing just fine.
Tell me about your relationship with Angela.
Angela? Angela who?
Angela Gunn, the journalist who's apparently been writing some very insightful articles about you.
Oh,
Lighting is always a difficult
She
thing
did a
for
nice
any game
job of
developer to
keeping my
make.
name in the news.
That's why
Local
ray
politics
tracing is
a real
becoming
slog,
a
you
thing
know.
because it's
as long as they're
better.
talking about you, it's good.
Even if she was saying things you didn't like?
Sure, why not? Angela's readers were never my voters. I'm not exactly courting the AUG vote here. Did Angela and I share views? No. Did we like each other? Not one bit. But our hatred was professional, not personal. Nothing to kill over.
Are you sure about that? Well, can you tell me where you were tonight?
Can you tell me where you were tonight?
Out getting votes.
Can anyone attest to that?
Sure. Any number of people. My secretary, my brother, my mother. I just need to call them to remind them they were with me. That's all.
Uh-huh.
You think this is funny? Someone dies and you flaunt the fact that people will lie for you?
You're going to lock me up for trying to stay positive?
You don't think this is serious?
I think murder is very serious, but the notion that I could be involved in one is not.
So you're not gonna tell me where you really were tonight?
Evidently not.
You really hate AUGs that much?
Some more than others.
Sure you don't want to add anything about Angela?
She got what she deserved, but not from me.
You sure you don't want to rethink your fake alibi?
Where I was tonight is none of your business.
I have what I need for
That's
now.
just absolutely
Good for you.
disappointing. Well, we'll go back into here. Where this guy is. Oh, Metal Gear Solid 2 is in fact amazing. And negotiate what? Let's bluff. the last 24 hours. A discretion fee. Well, Mr. Antiog has a thing.
Did you forget something?
What's your position on Augs?
Officially, I think they are a menace to society.
So he's been in
And
the red light
unofficially?
district.
You're a real big fan of us, aren't you? Some of us, anyway.
My position on Augs is nothing personal, if that's what you mean. Like I said, I am a servant of the people. Their desires are my desires. Their prejudices, my prejudices.
I'm talking about your personal positions. The ones Ivanka has footage of. Apparently you were at an Aug brothel all night. Trying to convince those Aug sisters to vote for you, is that it?
What do you want?
Unlike everyone else you seem to know, I'm not trying to blackmail you. I just want to know who murdered that woman tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Wish I could help you. But as you can see, I was busy with something else, of which there is ample video evidence. You're not going to tell anyone, are you?
Your hypocritical private life isn't my concern.
That's
right
true.
now.
It is
I
not.
just want to know
We're not here to
who
get
was
involved
that
in
alley
Brussels
tonight.
politics.
It wasn't me. Now, if you want to keep slinging mud at poor Radko Perry, go right ahead, but as far as I'm concerned, you know I'm not a killer.
Well, that's for me to decide, Radko.
Well. This investigation continues to go many directions. We know Gunn couldn't have been the killer. He just couldn't be the killer. Because he can't leave fingerprints.
It makes me
Radko
scared.
could leave fingerprints, but there's no reason to believe that. It was him. Because he's been busy.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Let's talk about the case.
All right.
I have...
So where else could we go? It's all been very optional. Because it's looking like it
Interpol.
is the
Who do they
serial
think they
killer.
are?
Okay, that's a number. Because if anything, it fits the copycat serial killer's MO. Gunn couldn't have done it because he can't leave fingerprints. Radko could have, but he was in a brothel all night with augmented women, which would completely destroy his reputation politically if we were to release that, but we're not concerned about that. That's local politics. And Denson doesn't get involved in local politics.
You want me to keep giving you updates every few minutes?
No, I don't believe it.
You know, I think, do I really want to go? We'd have to go to the Red Queen. Which is in the red light district, which has me concerned. Because we are streaming on YouTube, and it is a brothel in a relatively modern video game that was rated M for mature. Rated M games have been known to drop pretty serious things. Especially considering the language is not the issue. So, I think we're gonna need to investigate the brothel. Even though I don't think that's gonna be anything. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm slightly concerned with, is how much exposure there is. Which is probably why it's a good thing I killed Otar when we were when he was around.
Haven't we completed them yet?
Who wants to get heavy?
Get lost. This place is not for you. Turn around, Clank. Uyovki are not allowed inside.
Oh, I'm not allowed inside there. Well, that is just rude. Well, they don't want me in there. Yeah, and that just... I'd have to go into their territory in order to do that, so... We don't have a reason to go there, to be honest. I think there's enough evidence to say that it's the copycat. It's just another one of the copycat killers. I think we can safely say that. There's enough evidence to say it's not Gunn. And it's not the politician either. And everything else on the MO just fits. The serial killer. Oh, I've heard about Deathloop. Definitely was a game that intrigued me when it came out. But I didn't have a computer strong enough at the time to even consider it. I mean, don't get me wrong. The graphics card I had at the time held up admirably for like the 10 years I had it. 10 years? Yeah, however long the 980 Ti has been out. But it definitely would have struggled to like play this even on low. So, and since I tend to play PC games, well, yeah. It's definitely... I don't know. I'm actually not sure if Deathloop is on my wish list or not. I can check that. Where's that? How do you access the wish list again? No, it is not on my it is not. Oddly, on my wish list.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Alright.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
You didn't do it. That's possible. And I'm not saying it couldn't have, but not at these max settings like I have.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
This was the work of a harvester copycat.
It was
This isn't
a
some
harvester
domestic
copycat.
dispute gone horribly wrong. It's part of something bigger. Someone's out there pretending to be a dead serial killer.
I see you looked into that old case I pointed you toward.
Yeah.
The MO is a perfect match. I read the notes and I compared them to this murder. The two victims were killed by the same person, I'm sure of it.
All right. Let's say that's true. That doesn't necessarily exclude Johnny. It just means he's killed more than one person.
Look, I'm just telling you what I found. For a while, I thought it might be Radko Perry, and maybe he was behind all of this. But that wasn't right either.
What makes you so sure?
I pretended to be Radko during a text messaging conversation. Turns out he rented himself a couple of augmented girlfriends the night of the murder.
Yeah.
He was with them the whole time. They got video that proves it, and they're using it to blackmail him.
The less I know about Radko's personal life, the better.
Yes, that's true.
What I meant was, what makes you so sure it can't be Johnny?
Remember that partial print I found on the victim's throat?
What about it?
Johnny
Yeah,
Nguyen has
60
that fingerprint
FPS
since the
is
Australian Civil
very
War.
nice.
His hands are made of alloy. If he had strangled her, he wouldn't have left a smudge.
Alloy, huh? Shit. So, where does that leave us exactly?
We followed the evidence we had. This is where it led us.
You mean nowhere?
Sometimes, yeah.
I'm not sure exactly. I think a lot of the pieces are there. They're just not ready to be put together. Not yet.
All right. That should be enough for me to get the rope off Johnny's
Good.
neck.
Johnny's free and
But
clear.
it doesn't help me solve anything, does it? I mean, unless we learn more, there's no one I can drag in for this.
That's true.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean having to meet over another dead body.
It's time to wrap this up.
Oh. That wraps that up.
Let's call it a night. Get someone to pick her up.
What do we do about Johnny Gunn?
Forget him for now.
It's an absolute shame that we couldn't solve the
I
murder.
have no idea who did this, and neither do you. That may scare the shit out of me, and it may piss some people off. But it's the truth.
That's sometimes how it goes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Daria, are you there?
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
I don't know who killed Angela Gunn, but I do know it wasn't an isolated case.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Yeah,
No,
it's
but
Adam
the truth.
Adam Jensen
Just
is
try to be careful. Keep a low profile.
It's an
If anything
amazing
happens,
character.
if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
And
Thank
it
you,
fits the universe
let's hope
as
it
well.
doesn't come to that.
Because we know it goes from, the main protagonist goes from Adam Jensen, somehow, to JC Denton, to protagonist I'm not going to name for Invisible War. He fits the universe's protagonist very well with the very gravelly voice.
Praxis, eh?
Let me into the store. And Matt Mercer here just is very talkative every time I come to try and sell him items. I mean, I get it, Matt, seriously, but... You do a decent Czech voice, but come on. Just let me into your shop. You weren't this talkative the first time around. It's an absolute shame the third game got canceled. There's just no way around it. You hate it when a trilogy gets cut short. But it is what it is. Maybe someday Square will greenlight some more Deus Ex games, but I'm not sure how.
Hlášení o pohřešovaných osobách. Na Ružičkově nádraží se stále pohřešuje několik osob. Podrobnosti najdete na webu státní policie. Potenciálně zmatené či zraněné jedince prosím ohlaste úřadu.
Wrong button. I will say this about Mankind Divided and the way it seems to be going. The stealth sections, the levels seem to be much more densely populated and much more of a complicated sneak pattern. And they're not afraid to throw you into some fairly gnarly situations, which Human Revolution even Endgame never really did that. Really? I mean,
Hello,
I'm not surprised.
Hobos, augs, prostitutes. City is falling apart.
A show on Netflix. I mean, I'm surprised I don't hear him more in more things, but that's just how it goes sometimes.
My goodness.
Good luck finding the people who hacked us. Hopefully it will turn out to be nothing.
Back to the boss. Now we might as well go to our bosses. Actually, we need more. I could use another multi-tool or two. And honestly, I'm not sure what to spend my next few praxis points on. We could do with some more battery recharge speed. Maybe even cut the delay down. We could get hacking of robots. Though the remote hacking seems to be the most useful of the special mods, augs that exist now. For the playstyle I tend to go for, I think remote hacking is probably the most one we're going to go for. I might have to check those out. I don't think I've heard about Pluto.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Arya.
I heard about Rucker. That's terrible, Adam. He was our standard bearer. What direction will the movement take now?
I don't know. I spoke to Miller as he was leaving. Told me he was going to Gollum City to talk to the state police.
Damn, I hope he has better luck than you and Smiley did. Because if you think that Prague is bad now, imagine what'll happen if reaction to Rucker's death gets violent.
I think I remember something in the original Deus Ex about some massive riots
Meanwhile, I'm going crazy
having
waiting for
historically
Dr. Ozan to get back to
happened.
me with my test results.
How did it go with Dr. Ozan? She ran some tests?
But it's very interesting
I
seeing
swear
them
to
from
God,
the
Adam,
ground here.
These tests they give me are more stressful than being in the field. When I'm out there, I have immediate feedback every second. And when you're doing these tests, they just stare at you and take notes. I don't like it.
Nobody does. When do you get the results?
Dr. Ozan didn't say. I don't know, hopefully in a day or two.
Try and stay positive.
Always.
So what do you think of
So
the
what
new
do you think
doctor?
of our new doctor?
What do you mean?
Adam's never a
I
big
just
fan.
wonder what she's really doing here.
Things are heating up here in Prague. We can use all the help we can get. I'd be worried if Interpol didn't send a psychologist. Besides, I spoke to her for an hour. I like her.
It just seems suspicious to me, that's all. We've never needed a psychologist before. Who's she watching?
Come on, Adam, you keep talking like that and Chang's gonna change all the locks again. There are 87 agents in Prague, and I just finished handing out the new keycards.
It's a valid point. Adam is a highly suspicious man,
Okay, talk to you later.
especially after what happened at Panchaea and the Illuminati. And here's the thing, he knows the Illuminati is real because he, more than likely, canonically talked to, what's the one you talked to in Panchaea?
He told me
Art doesn't make sense
Rucker's dad
because
has got everything on the web jumping.
Okay, Chang.
Thanks for taking care of those conspiracy nuts, Jensen. Man, the thought of someone knowing where we are. I'm supposed to be digging into this Janus hacking collective, but I can't do that if I keep looking over my shoulder, waiting for the next bomb to go off.
Any progress on Janus?
Why? What have you heard?
Don't get jumpy. Just curious.
And here's the thing,
Janus
Adam's
has
part
officially
of this
hacked into
collective, and
I wake
they
up
don't
trying to
know
figure
it.
out who's tracking who. Sometimes I think
It's
I'm
funny.
this close, and then nothing. But I am starting to learn one thing.
And what's that?
The less I talk about how it's going, the better it seems to be going.
How did you get started?
How
Tell
did
me
you
about
get
yourself,
started here
Chang.
exactly?
Miller came to me in prison. Helping him set up a cybercrimes unit was my way out.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, that is
Sure,
a good deal.
Looking to exchange one set of impenetrable walls for another. At least in prison, I didn't owe anyone anything. Here, yeah, I don't know. They do a good job of reminding me that I have a lot to be grateful for.
You saying they hired you because they knew you wouldn't ask questions?
No. Maybe. Look, I do ask questions. A lot of questions. Just not always out loud.
That is how it works sometimes.
You were brought in specifically to track down Janus. You ever worked with them in the past?
I'm not one for collective ideals. Chang looks out for Chang. Sometimes our routes ran parallel, ships in the night kind of deal.
Is the collective as big a threat as people say?
People like to romanticize these kinds of hacktivist
Yes,
organizations.
these hacktivists. They,
you don't see it
you
that
never
way.
know what they're gonna do.
They're anonymous, powerful, and convinced they have a stranglehold on what's right and wrong. In my opinion, that makes them very dangerous.
Get some sleep, Chang. You sound like you can use it.
Yeah, he sounds like he's running himself on all cylinders, and they're starting to maybe begin to
Be careful out there.
fire in weird directions.
The amount of data to shift through is huge.
It's whoever we're not.
Hands of irresponsible journalists.
But we're actually here to talk
Daniel
to you.
Fletcher, you are a genius.
Smiley.
Oh, hey. Adam, what's going on?
Miller sent me to...
Checking my progress? Really? I said it would be done when it's done. You can't rush these things, Adam. Excellence takes time.
Right. So...
Got anything?
Well, I was right. Am I good or am I good?
That's a clockwork device.
What did you find?
Oh, just some isolated fragments from what looks like the bomb's timing mechanism. And get this, it's a static.
A static. The bomb's timing mechanism.
Wristwatch bomb.
Well, to address your incredulous tone, a mechanical timing mechanism is not as silly as it sounds. Security
Are you
scanners
sure?
can detect anything with a suspicious electronic circuit, so using a low-tech solution is really clever.
Static
it is.
watches are custom made locally. I think I'll pay the shop a visit.
It's probably closed. Let's see if I can find you a second option.
I mean, we could still infiltrate Static.
Yeah, got it. Nomad Static. Founder and owner of the store lives in the Davnia Vod district near Pilgrim Station. That's Putnik Nadraji in Czech, I think. Building number 96. Second floor.
Nice. I'll check it out.
Great. Let me know how it goes.
I mean, we could do that. Or we could probably infiltrate the whole syndicate altogether. And let's deactivate permanently. Well, we'll probably not ever need the gap. We'll probably never need that. We could have also disabled the LiDAR tracker. That's not something we can apparently sign to the bar. That's weird. Yep, that's our overclock warning. Yeah, we know about that. You tutorialized that very well.
I don't know. You could put them in better.
I think before we risk overexposing ourselves, or exposing ourselves by getting in the network chair, we really should investigate the bombing. Make ourselves look like a proper Interpol agent, not someone who's out to completely betrayed the organization he's a part of.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, that was unexpected. Yeah, there's Stanix over here.
Is this revenge for Rucker?
That was an explosion. Where did that come from? Clearly I've been in here. Okay, that takes me the opposite direction of Stanix.
I'm scared to death.
Are you blind? Stanek's shop won't be open for a while.
That's not a good thing. What do you know, Nosy?
That shop is closed.
I can see that. What happened?
You must have upset someone. Ogs, Diwali, who knows? But buildings don't just spontaneously erupt into flames. There's always a reason.
Yes, there is.
I'm looking for Nomad Stanek.
Sure you are. So, is this official? I knew the old man's past would finally catch up with you. Who you with? Local? National?
Never mind who I'm with.
Hey! I didn't mean nothing by that. Just curious.
Yeah, you don't need to know who
get
I'm
overheated.
with.
Anyway, you won't find him in that ruin. He must have fallen behind on his payments.
To whom? The Diwali?
You said something about his past finally catching up with him.
Playing dumb, hmm? As if you don't already know all of this. The demonstrations, the sabotage. They used to call it activism. Now they call it terrorism.
What was he protesting?
Everything. Anti-globalization, the oil industry, boycotts, sit-ins.
So he was a real activist back in the
real
day.
agitator.
Huh.
Did you see what happened to the shop?
That's unfortunate.
I see everything.
And what happened?
This little accident is clearly a message to Nomad. When you borrow money, pay it back.
Was he having money problems?
If you're borrowing money from the Diwali, you have money problems.
Of course it had to be the Diwali.
Any idea where I can find him?
Oh, well. Prague's a big city. Might be anywhere. Guy could spend days searching if he didn't have a solid lead.
Yeah, I see where this is going.
Where you gonna...
Listen, I'm providing a service here. It's only right I get compensated. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't have that.
This is important, sir. I need to find
I should have
Stanek
had some
before something
alcohol
bad
on me.
Are you threatening me? You can't go around threatening people just because I'm an influential guy around here. I know a lot of sensitive information.
I can tell.
Yeah,
Someone like
you're very
you knows everything that happens in the area,
but I don't have
they?
the cash.
Fingers on the pulse of the city, right?
Exactly. People need to know. They come to me. And they treat me with the respect I deserve. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I need your help. Couldn't do it without you. I can't go into details, but you'd be doing a huge service to the city. Maybe even the world.
Yeah.
The world, huh? I knew it!
Oh, of
Knew
course,
I'd
the
hit
red
on
light
something
district.
Stanek's
Oh, he's in
holed
the
up a
Irish
small bar in the red light
stool.
district, across the street from the Red Queen.
The Red Queen. Got it. Smiley, Stanek's shop was torched.
Dead end.
No. I spoke to a local who says that Stanek went to
Yeah.
a bar in the red light district, across from the Red Queen. I'm heading there now.
We have a couple of agents in that district watching the Diwali now. I'll send them over.
Copy that.
Yes, please do. Well, we know... Fortunately, he wasn't in the shop, but... that is a bit unfortunate. Well, there's no one around, so... there it is.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Might as well see what's in here. A pocket secretary. Some blue. A code for something we've probably already hacked. That's a hacking rating of 5. We could use a hacking tool to get in there. But there really isn't much point in that right now. He's supposedly in the Irish stool.
Hey, I'm a citizen. I have rights. You cannot detain me without charging me. This I know.
And I know you're gonna sit there quietly and wait with us like a good little watchmaker.
I've got this, Agent Riley. You and your partner can relax for a few
Here we go.
Wait a minute. I know you. You've been in my shop. What is this?
I like watches.
You have some things to answer for, Mr. Stanek. We have evidence linking you and your shop to the train station bombing.
Bombing? No, I would never. I wouldn't
Not
even know
purposefully.
where to start. You have the wrong man. I don't have a staff. It's only a small shop. You know that. It's Jensen, right? Your name?
You're correct.
It is. Think, Mr. Stanek. Is there anyone else who had access to your shop?
There's only myself and my...
Your daughter?
Yeah.
No, look. Take me in. I'm the one you're looking for, not her. I have made bombs for them.
I don't think so.
No.
Protecting your daughter is admirable, Mr. Stanek. But you're not doing her any good by taking the blame.
No, we need to know who actually did this.
You're right, I know. Allison was in the military. She always wanted to belong, to be part of something greater than herself.
Something happened.
She was such a beautiful child. Gifted.
What happened?
After the incident, she met some people. They said they were her friends, but I could see they only wanted to use her. Parasites, and now they have taken her. You must help. She is not to blame for this. She has been coerced.
All right, calm down. Who has
her? What do you
her?
mean they've taken her?
Allison and I were supposed to meet here tonight. Instead, one of them came by spewing curses about fleshers and naturals.
Oh dear.
He gave me a message from her. She was saying goodbye.
I disagree with you there, but these types of games are not for everybody.
Used her, and now they intend to make her disappear.
What do you know about these friends of hers?
Other than they were augmented? Not much. They only spoke to Allison when they came to the shop. As if anyone unaugmented was beneath them.
Oh,
Talking
they're the
about
machine god
ascension,
cult.
Whatever that is.
Or church, whatever they're called.
Does your daughter have the expertise to do this?
Interesting ones.
Much more than I do. She was
Oh,
in
she
the
was an
military.
EOD too. Explosive ordnance. So yeah, she could make these
Explosive
bombs.
Ordnance disposal.
The bombs what?
That
Yes.
explains a lot.
She was happy in the military. They augmented her, rebuilt her to make her better at what she did.
As a lot of places in this universe
After
tend to
the
do.
incident, she was dishonorably discharged. She was lost.
That's when these new friends found her.
They exploited her, and now they plan to discard her.
Possibly.
Your shop was firebombed. People in the area think it may have been the Diwali. Did they ask you
Either
for protection
Diwali
money?
or the machine
Redic?
cult.
Nicolazzi? No. I make him watches for a discount. I was never a wealthy man, but my shop was well known and respected. After what happened to Allison, Redic knew I needed all the money I had.
So you worked out a different arrangement. So why would the Diwali firebomb your store?
Redic is a man of business. If someone makes him a better offer,
That's true, Radovich.
it's nothing to a thought.
Is that kind of guy. So we've got two
Where can I
leads to
find out,
track down.
Mr. Stanek?
I wish I knew. I would go and get her away from those people. I was about to go looking for her when your goons showed up.
We'll find her. I need you to go with these agents. I'll have some more questions.
Yeah, these
for
guys
you.
will have more
No.
specialized
I
questions.
have to go. I have to help her. She's all I have.
I can get her out.
Please,
Don't worry about
let us
it.
do our job.
Find my daughter, or I will.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Stanovich. We'll take care of it. This is our job.
Smiley, I spoke to Stanek. He's not our guy, but he has a daughter. Allison.
EOD.
Ex-military EOD. She might be the bomb maker.
So what's our next move?
Stanek says he doesn't know where she is, but I think he's hiding something. The agents are bringing him in. Until he gives her up, this investigation is stalled.
I'll make sure they lean on him. See what he knows.
Good. Let me know what happens.
Realistically, they're not gonna let us pursue that.
A large part of Prague's charm.
They're not gonna let us pursue that any further, are they? Huh. We could deactivate the alarm on that. Wow. That was surprisingly easy.
Hello?
And we snuck away without them knowing.
Hanser bastard.
Still, we probably shouldn't do that too much.
Hey, you mind taking one of my
Great.
patrols next week?
I'll stay alert. Do not worry.
Exosuits. Change that to live chat, that way you can really see if everyone's talking. I think if we get the chance, we should. And we do have the chance for a couple of things.
This city just isn't safe anymore.
We could try and break into the Palisades bank.
Not a birthday.
Could do that. Ah. We should probably tell you that your friend's been.
For outcasts like Richard,
Okay, nope. Nothing new from him.
Used to be a beautiful city. Now look.
I should see if we can't swing by their little church and see if they're available. See if we can't jumpstart that mission a little bit. Who knows? Won't know until we get there. That's a weird thing about these immersive sim type RPG, these immersive sim type games. Although this one's a little bit less of that than the other Deus Ex games are, but you never know at what point you can either jumpstart or end certain criteria. And me attempting to quick save has broken it. This is what I was talking about. The game is a little unstable. Also, I forgot to assign it to only 4 cores. That's why it's that unstable. There's not even a window there. Thank you for unconfining my mouse. We'll just load that back up. This time do the smart thing. This time do the smart thing and assign it only 4 processor cores so it doesn't horribly trip over itself and break. As the game has been known to do, it is the least stable of the four Deus Ex games that exist. And that's saying something. Yeah, because Human Revolution ran smoothly and beautifully the entire time. I've played the original Deus Ex, that runs beautifully and smoothly. Invisible War, for all of its bad design decisions, ran well last time I played it. This one, if you don't constrain its cores, if you don't use the DirectX 12 renderer, it just crashes. Especially if you're a politician. Yeah, why don't you have a couple of augmented girlfriends? Just, the hypocrisy of politicians is universal. They'll do anything for votes.
The whole department is corrupt.
They'll do anything for votes.
Treat a dog like that.
It is still loading. Still getting some stutter. And some very severe frame rate problems. Why are the frames so bad? Huh. Have you calmed down, game?
Hate to see what these hogs have done.
No, it is still not fully calmed down.
Just make it through this shift.
We were getting a steady 60 before, and now we're not. Maybe after this loading screen, it'll have solved itself. It'll have calmed itself down. There we go. There we go. There's that solid 60 we've been looking at. Let's see, the Church of the Machine God is off to our right over here. Well, that's not anything I can hack. Well, they've got barbed wire up here. Not that that means a lot to Adam Jensen. Oh. Hello. Not what I wanted to do. Oh, don't tell me they put a height on this map. I literally can't get over there. That just seems rigged. Rigged, I tell ya. Yeah, we literally can't get up there. Despite the fact we should be able to. Rigged. Rigged. I've yet to play Dishonored. Honestly, that entire franchise seems like something I really should play. I'll have to do that on stream one of these days. Dishonored and Dishonored 2. Maybe we'll do that after the Deus Ex franchise is completed. Yes, sadly it's not, yeah. And that's saying something, because even... Oh yeah, have a wonderful night yourself. Yeah, that's true. Red Dead 2 also is notoriously graphically intensive, even outside of PC was notoriously, even on PC it was notoriously very, very graphically intensive, so I'm not surprised at all. I don't play many games at 4K. I tend to play them in 1440, which is 2K, windowed like this, so that tends to be what I do. Because it just gets really good frame rates. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not Who was the publisher for Dishonored? Was that Square again? Because if Square Enix did both of those, then they're definitely screwing over us fans of these quality stealth games like this. Yeah, it was Square, wasn't it? Let's check. I can check that, because I think I have... That's... Dishonored. I've actually got both of them. Actually own both of them. Publisher was Bethesda. Oh, yeah, we're never going to get another Dishonored game. Not with Bethesda at the wheel. Wait, they just dissolved Arcane, didn't they? I swear they just dissolved Arcane, or something happened with Arcane recently. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get another Dishonored game.
Block it out. Just block it out.
That's an absolute shame. Well, with no other side missions to do...
I do not want to be on this anymore.
Well, there's one place I want to infiltrate. I should say that. There's one place I want to infiltrate, so we're gonna infiltrate it. We're gonna infiltrate the bank. Infiltrate. Use your words. The bank. The big bank. That big bank. Because I have 3 key cards to big vaults. We might as well, because we can. We might as well, because we can. I can deactivate some of these alarms. That guy's gonna be a problem. But we might not have to. Go, go, go. And away we go. Sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. No one knows we're in here. Because I've got all the key cards. Well, 3 of them at least. Oh, there's a drone in there. Or is that drone above? Oh, security rating 5. Not even bothering. Well, that's not a drone that's immediately available to us. It's not immediately available for us to shoot. Rating of 3. Oh, Adam Jensen is more than Batman. Although I must admit, he very much fits the archetype. Almost as much as Batman.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Just stupid easy to hack, even still today. Oh, why did I turn on the lasers? Turn off the lasers. Why did I turn them on? That was stupid. Why did I turn on the lasers? That was very dumb. Well, I'm not sure how much of that part of Adam Jensen is even still intact. Let's be perfectly honest. I would not be sure how much of that part of Adam Jensen is around anymore.
Access granted.
Deactivate that. Just to make sure that it stays inactive. Another rating of 1. Try and get these data stores.
Access granted.
There we go. Tai Young Medical. We have their vault. And all their ooh. And all their other things. We will learn all the corporate secrets. obvious route looks like it's very much accidentally secured. Get all the data stores.
Anomaly detected. Access granted.
There we go. Right, balance, our history and our future. Failing tech firms, yep. Heard from Hugh, work on the chip, basically finished. Details very soon. The Panchaea event. From Taggart. Yeah, Taggart, that was the one. Yeah, he's the Illuminati along with Zhao. Both of which have been... Well, Zhao was dead, we know that. Taggart, well, Taggart is God knows where at this point. Yep, and the new chip, yep. That's all that is. Recapping some of Human Revolution's things. Oh, fault code. Ah, the projectile nanoblade. The one that's now stuck in us. That's a Tai Young medical device. That seems highly suspicious.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
And... oh.
Access granted.
Might as well use a stop worm, since we accidentally had to. There's a Praxis kit, and lots of neuropazine. That's a lot of neuropazine. And at 1,000 credits per thing, that's just a lot of neuropazine. Tesla cartridges. Nanoblade projectile ammo. Oh, lots of Typhoon ammo. Not that we've had a reason to use that, but we could. At, like, any point. Anything else in here? No. Just another one. Ah, the security firm. We have their code as well. I hate how sometimes escape is not appropriate to just cancel.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
All that data
Access
store was
granted.
not gonna happen. Oh, that was scary whenever these mannequins are just sitting there. Revolver. Oh, that's a lot of mine templates. Oh, laser sight. Ah, yes. The special combat rifle. I was reading about this on the wiki. This is a very cool combat rifle. It fires only EMP rounds. That just makes it kind of cool. It is very special. Alright, you have fun with Dishonored. I know once I get around to playing it, it'll be good. Yeah, have a good new year yourself. Don't take things too seriously if you can help it. Remember, life is always... Well, there's a time for seriousness. Most of the time it is not. Not time for that. So, take care. Enjoy your video games. I know I do. Hacking of 3. Alright, we have a code. LKMN 01259 KNML. Oh yeah. Yeah, once you upgrade your graphics cards to something more modern, it's definitely a good time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's, like I said, it plays better than it there's definitely some interesting design decisions they made from Human Revolution 2. Mankind Divided that are like, okay, I think I get where you're going. But then there's the whole store option they stuck in here, and I will never stop harping on that. Trust me, if I ever do Borderlands 3, is it 3? Whatever, Borderlands had it as well. Was it Borderlands? No, it was Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 is the one that had the store inside of it. I forget, there's so many single-player games that have stores in it. That's a personal pet peeve of mine. Single-player games should not have. No, it's not Mass Effect 3. It is Dead Space 3. What's it with all the third games that have these stores built in them? Regardless, it's a pet peeve of mine. Regardless, it still plays well. It seems decently well balanced. Around it. But who knows? It's definitely not a bad game. It's definitely not bad. Even with all the oddities around it. Ah, so... Tarvo's security is just Bell Tower under a different name. I mean, we should have guessed that. We really should have guessed that.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
And that's that one fully cleaned out. That's all they had was revolver ammunition, huh? Just revolver ammo, huh? Huh, wonder what that letter just seems superfluous. Well, this one should be. The last of the bolts in here, Picus. Ooh, it's one of the hidden ones. I hate these ones.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
And completely cleaned out. Oh, when these vault holders are gonna come in to try and case their vault and find them completely empty, they're gonna be so pissed. Actually, not only that they're cleaned out, that they're open in the deployed position. Newsmaker. And a triangle code. For an app that's probably completely broken. If it exists at all. EN3 WSM4KER. Morgan. All archived. The AUG incident. Oh, Darrow. What an absolute fool. Think him die would be safer. Bob. Eliza. Branched from the Eliza program, so from their AI news lady. The M Initiative. What could that be? Interesting. Unusual things they're referencing. Why would they reference that? It's not like Deus Ex has a history of, you know, artificial intelligence as an entire line going back in history. Certainly not. And certainly not that Eliza is the basis of some of them.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
There it is.
Access granted.
And now Picus's vault has been fully cleaned out as well. Money and multi-tools. That's all it was. And that's all the corporate vaults cleaned out. Ah, that's why we needed the Taeyong. We needed it in order to get out. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, why was that ladder there? That ladder was there so we could get out. I love the fact that at our jump we can just sometimes just activate the Icarus strike because we can. We jump just that high. So it's like, yeah, you could knock someone out if you wanted to. I mean, I could, but what would be the fun in that? I did not see that camera over there. We actually have no reason to... Get in there, Adam. Thank you. Well, we've successfully infiltrated all of the vaults. Got all the goodies. Including a special Another special gun. All sorts of goodies. I don't think we have anything we could... No, not really. Nothing we could really put the... Nothing we could really put the silencer on other than the shotgun. Which would actually not be a bad thought, thinking about it.
Murderers in uniform.
Yeah, thinking about that. We should probably do that. Put our special guns away. Special guns go in the special gun cabinet back at base. Back at home apartment. Every time I go to one of these load screens and I don't see the load bar immediately moving, scares me. Because I've had this game freeze on a load screen before, and it was... Granted, I was like 5 hours into a stream, into a gaming session, but still, it shouldn't freeze like that on a loading screen. Still have 25 bio cells. See, we have a praxis point. Should probably upgrade remote hacking to its highest level. Though we still can't hack robots, means we probably can't hack drones yet. If we ever can. Smart home, open the door panel. Thank you. Take shotgun, go to inventory, deposit special combat rifle. The only reason I'm keeping the combat rifle on me is for if we need to engage with armored enemies. We haven't needed to yet. Oddly enough, we don't have any shotgun ammo to put away. Alright, let's look at our AUGs. Suppressor, okay. Laser can go, ooh. We either have the pistol or the rifle. Combine that with that. That's now fully augmented out. Silencer can go on the shotgun, making that fully powerful. We do need to unlock burst rounds. Realistically, we really do. And as usual, the shotgun is stupid powerful in the right hands. At least the fully augmented shotgun is once again one of the most stupidly powerful weapons in a game.
You want crack?
It's like that in Human Revolution, it's like that here. Although I don't think there's as many boss fights as there were in Human Revolution, so I don't think we have to worry quite that badly. Okay, that's EMP rounds. We do want to hold on to those. Battle rifle can go away. So can the mine templates. combat rifle is good. We could buy more Typhoon ammo, but we're currently actually very good on that. Like, he's got no shotgun ammo in here. That's the disturbing thing. I will buy a set of Typhoon.
Get out of here, then.
Yes, Mercer, as you say.
I'll be on my way.
Then get lost. You waste my time.
I waste your time? You waste my time. I love having that shotgun. Honestly, I could use that in place of pistol. But is that a good idea or not? That's the question. Because even in Human Revolution, I was kitted out for bear and I barely used the weapons. Like, the augment powers were so good, it's like I barely used my guns at all. EMP rifle can go, EMP can go away. Good lord, I have just way too much good stuff. Actually, if I... Honestly, if we take out all the rifle ammo, we can just go load out like this. One pistol, one stun pistol, one tranq rifle, a combat rifle to handle both specialized things, and a shotgun to be devastating. Yeah, that looks like a loadout. That's a loadout. That's a weapon loadout. And a pretty powerful one at that. Especially once we get the shotgun fully powered. I didn't see if he had any crafting kits. Because we need all the kits we can. He has none. Yes, yes, then leave. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Oh man, I need a hit.
And see, and there's not another shop that sells parts like that. What I do know is I'm missing a Praxis kit in the time machine. Hopefully it's still there. Hopefully it's still there. Since he still hasn't gotten around to the neuroplasticity kit. I don't remember this. Oh, I don't remember these vents. I don't remember that part of the vent, at least. Oh, cool. Good to know if I had my jump, I could have just bypassed everything. This all looks highly suspicious.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
That all looked highly suspicious. That's just copies of the other book deal. Copies of his other emails. Wait, that was 6,000 to the next praxis point. They finally started to go up in cost. Woohoo! That's good to know. Gas hazard. Ooh, an ebook. Crafting parts. Biocell. And a safe. Back hack, both of those. Because we can. And there's a practice kit and a triangle code. Nice. I know there's practice kits that I've missed otherwise, so it's not like that's a big deal. It's not like it's a big deal. Let's get the ability to hack robots. We can now fully hack anything we want. We now can fully hack everything. Except maybe drones. Drones might be a bit beyond our reach. I don't know. I've not tried hacking a drone. Yes, we can in fact hack drones. Good. Good. Because they are probably the most potentially game-changing addition to Deus Ex's stealth mechanics was the addition of flying drones. There's like one other shop we need to stop by before we potentially blow our cover wide open by getting in the NSN? Or is it MF? No, it's NSN. The secure hologram communication device. Let's call it that. The secure hologram device. Yes.
Another one.
And that's Tech Noir, and they are... Where's Tech Noir? Ah, just to our left. And straight. Tech Noir.
You interested in...
I've got things for you, my good sir.
Welcome, welcome.
Nice gear you...
Yeah. Default dialogue, first time we met. Even though I've sold you like multiple shotguns, multiple other weapons. God, the lighting in here sucks. Multi-tools. Huh, he does not have crafting tools. Reveal softwares. Might as well buy some just useful software in general. Realistically, the stops are probably the better ones. Might as well spend all the money. So biocells only stack to a size of 25. How interesting. God, the lighting in this store sucks. It's not doing anybody any favors.
From Picus. Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting.
So I can just
Here log?
I can just remotely turn televisions on and off. That is very cool.
You could have been inside the shop?
That is just very, very cool.
Great. Oh, hello.
Hello. We can now do so many weird things hacking-wise. Oh, this is gonna change the stealth game so dramatically. With any luck. No guarantees, though.
There. It was huge.
I suppose we need to access the NSN. We didn't see that book before. He doesn't have any secret emails. So that leads to the outside. Interesting.
Temporary separation of forces, so we can clear the air and reevaluate how we can coexist peacefully.
So the sentiment that it is being enacted as a form of subjugation is false then, Doctor?
Unequivocally false.
Goal of the legislation. The Human Restoration Act? That's what they call it? Yeah. Yeah, it has nothing to do with restoring humanity. But we all know that.
Alex, I'm in. Anything I need to know before I start up this chair?
Every NSN is different, man, so I'm not sure what to expect. I'm guessing you'll end up in some kind of virtual conference room. No one else should be in there.
No, I hope.
And if they are?
They'll see you as Miller, so say something snippy and log off.
Okay.
Ooh.
Where do I find these stored conversations?
Hell if I know. This is your plan. But holographic recordings take up a lot of virtual memory, so you may have to look in several places.
I'll just have to play it by ear.
Exactly. The whisper chip is still in place, though, so we'll both know when you've done it. Good
Ooh,
luck,
that
Adam.
looks horrifying. That looks absolutely horrifying.
This is different.
You're telling me. You're telling me, Adam. This looks very different. Yeah, this is very, very different. Oh. Find all data towers. Remote hacking on server blocks to clear a path and access out-of-reach areas. Be careful of security devices. Okay, this is entirely stealth-based. I don't like that. I don't like those lasers. Ooh. Okay. As long as they're not timed, we should be fine. What kind of jump height are we looking at? Ordinary human jump height. Where there's a will, there is in fact a way. Okay, how would we even get up there without grabbing blocks? That. There we go. Kind of want that up. 'Cause that's a camera. But that blocks a vent that goes behind it. Not having the radar is actually an interesting choice. Well, we cannot hack the camera remotely. Got 3 of 5. Okay. Well, clearly there's the one in the center and the one up top there. Gotta be another way in there, other than that. I mean, there is. The same way we got into the other place. Although this one lacks the easy access via security like that. How does one? There's a couple of ways we could access that. I think we're gonna go with the easy one, which is grab a cube. Grab a cube, take a cube. That's really all there is to it. Just take a cube. Just bring a cube with you. It's not a companion cube. It is just a digital cube. I did not say to vault over that. That would have been silly. Okay, that did shut off the cameras over the security over here. What none of that has done is helped me figure out how to get over here. Which means it's time for cube. We do have up to 3 cubes, so Cube made it up there and survived. Good. Good. Cube survived. Cubes are a bit glitchy. Cubes are a bit glitchy. Vent. Hidden vent. Very hidden vent. Ah. Exceptionally hidden vent. Secret way round. To our friend, Data Tower? Maybe. This doesn't look like way to friend Data Tower, though. That's definitely not the way to friend Data Tower. But that is way around Laser Grid. We'll need to keep that in mind. Yeah. Well, we'll grab a second cube. This is gonna be a very long way around it. The second cube. Cube, no! Cube, why would you betray me like that? Cube, why? Why would you betray me like that? Stay. Cubes. Traitors. Every last one of them! Every last one of these cubes is a traitor. A traitor to the cause. Traitors! I was out of sight. You should not have seen me. Cube tower. Cube tower, slightly unstable. Cube tower is very unstable. Cube tower is now more stable. Cubes. Okay, 3 tall cube tower is unstable. I'm aiming at the third cube. Give me the third cube. Why would you attach the cubes like that? Game, that was very dumb. Why would I lifted the top cube and the bottom cube came with it? What? That's not how physics works at all in the slightest. That's not how that works in the slightest. I cannot grab that cube from here. Maybe? Game. I'm trying. There's gotta be a better way to get up there. This just seems awfully silly. This just seems awfully silly. There's gotta be a better way. There. So there was secret vent. Oh, I had to deploy ladder. Didn't even think about that.
Sending your team to Dubai was my call, but now we need to go by the book. Focus on
That's
Ark.
a very young Manderley.
You want me to pin all of this on them? The bombings in Prague, the break-in at VersaLife, Dubai?
Officially, all 5 attacks involved augmented terrorists. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. But send the reports if you want me to prove it. Because Ark doesn't operate in North America.
Manderley?
Place call, Hong Kong Alpha 10, priority message.
Hello, Paige.
We've got a problem. Miller wants to see a report on the break-in.
What break-in?
The one your San Francisco research facility is supposed to have any day now.
What? What exactly did you tell him? Never mind. I'll take care of it. In fact, it may even help me clean up a related incident. What have you heard from our man inside Ark?
Not much. He has to be careful transmitting. Rucker may be onto him.
Then it's time for him to use the Orchid. Tell him.
Killing Rucker.
I mean, it'll make
sure
things
it's a good
easier.
idea?
Phase 2.
It'll certainly make things easier during phase 2, but...
Are you doubting me, Joseph?
I'm merely concerned that the rest of the council might not like your call. They seem less cohesive these days.
Rucker's death may upset some of them. But at this juncture, Brown is the only person we pay attention to. Once Rucker is dead, I'm positive he's going to make his move. Do it!
End call. Alex, did you get all that?
Hell yeah. Don't tell me this isn't the proof we're looking for, Adam. This is big. Janus needs to hear it.
I want to talk to him this time. Set it up. Let me know where.
I'll see what I can do. Later, man.
Be surprised if we didn't get caught.
Adam, what are you doing in here?
Could be asking you the same question.
Suppose I could ask you the same thing, Delara.
I'm worried about Vince Black, the head of our organized crime division. I was leaving a message for Director Miller asking if he's heard from him.
Black's still deep undercover inside the Diwali organization.
Oh no.
The kind of deep that can be hard to swim back from sometimes, yeah. He's supposed to meet with me once a week so I can bring him back into the shallows, only he never showed for our first meeting.
Your first meeting, huh?
What I know of the Diwali, their influence extends outside of the Czech Republic. Maybe he's out of town.
Oh, that's not
Maybe. Maybe you could find out?
good. Sure.
Sure. I think I can do some digging around for you. When was the last time you heard from him?
First and last time was in his office a few days ago. He seemed antsy, kind of nervous that I was there, you know?
Well, then maybe I'll poke around his office a little while I'm here.
Why stop now, right? Well, listen, Adam, Lyon's waiting on my initial batch of reports, and I'm sure Director Miller wouldn't be too pleased to find us standing in his office, so... Unless there's something else, I think this is where I'll check out.
You mentioned Leon is
Right,
expecting
she
your
doesn't
first batch
report
of
to
reports.
Miller.
You don't answer to Director Miller?
I'm a civilian employee, specializing in habituating deep cover operatives.
You're not an agent. So why did you choose to work with badges?
I started out working for LIM International, helping patients cope
Ah,
with the
so
emotional strain of
she's a former
augmentation.
LIM employee. That
After the
explains a lot.
incident, I needed to change my focus. Interpol was looking, so I moved my clinic to the public sector.
So you answer directly to Joseph Manderley?
It was Joe's idea to get a psychological clinic up and running inside our field offices. But listen, Adam, I have a small mountain of agent files to process, so if there isn't anything else...
Joe.
Joe, huh? Sounds like you and Manderley are close.
We're close because I used his first name?
Well, you said you joined TF-29 after the incident. I assume that maybe you and Manderley started together when the task force was launched.
No. I arrived after Joe did. Look, Adam, we should probably get out of here, don't you think?
Is there anything in Black's
Yeah,
psyche
we need to
valve
know
that leads
about
you to believe
Black's
he's capable
psyche
of
valve.
maybe undermining the task force? Is there a chance he's gone off reservation?
Human beings are predisposed to damaging everything they come into contact with. Of course he's capable. As am I. As are you.
So these evaluations you conduct with him, they're useless in determining a course of action he might take.
I don't have a crystal ball. And Black's last eval predates my arrival here.
I see.
Nonetheless,
Valid
it's
point.
still helping me understand what he's dealing with on a subconscious level. That he may be in trouble. I wish I had something more concrete for you to go on.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're probably right. I am curious, though, where Manderley came from exactly.
Yeah, he
Heard he jumped over quite a few heads to get to the
Manderley
big chair at
is
TF-29.
influential.
Must have some pretty influential friends pulling strings.
Why the interest in our boss?
I'd just like to know who everyone is.
If Joe had help, I'm sure it was from people who share his vision for what this task force could become. Anyway, listen, I really do think it's best if we get out of Miller's office before he returns. So, if you'll excuse me.
Valid.
I am joined by the head of the Department of Sociology at Harvard.
And that one. Vincent Black.
Cinema yesterday.
Ooh, that's a rating of 5.
Human Restoration Act is a step back.
Turn off the propaganda network. Origami 1970. Unlicensed OGs out of the Czech Republic.
If I have anything, I'll let you know.
That's easy for me to betray my husband.
It's just chatter on top of chatter.
Delara, I'm in Vince's office. I think I have a lead. An appointment Vince made with an informant.
That sounds promising, Adam. You willing to follow up?
Only way to find out what happened to him.
If something happened to him. Let's not assume the worst just yet.
Valid. She's not wrong. Free silencer for a weapon we don't have. Because I don't think we have anything that could be... we could even use the silencer on anymore. That's funny. Get our recharge rate to maximum. Yeah, recharge rate to maximum.
Well, you've got to look at the obvious.
I guess
Needle in a haystack.
Needle in a haystack, folks. Needle in a haystack.
Probably some nut.
Rumors Hex was tied in with the Juggernaut. Taking point on
Juggernaut Collective.
He's making a bunch of press.
Uh.
Are we supposed to believe he's the new?
We currently have no main missions either. We've got no main missions, all bunch of side missions. a side mission.
Nice coat.
Thank you.
Adam, Janus heard the NSN conversation we recovered. He agrees you two should meet.
Good. Just tell me where.
There's an abandoned tourist information center in the central plaza.
We've
Make sure
been
you're
there.
not followed. And I got something on Marchenko for you too. Details are on a pocket secretary near the meetup point. Look for a trash bin with a chalk mark above it. You'll find it near the metro.
Got it.
And a dead drop.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, I get that feeling sometimes, bud.
Someone, come on. The red light district.
It's gonna be inside the Red Queen, is it? I see.
Just make it through this shift.
I see.
Listen to that garbage.
Might as well get the point of interest out of the way while we can.
Něco tak nebezpečného se nemělo nikdy vyvinout. Věda už se zase utrhla z řetězu.
Trash can with a chalk mark above it. Oh, that looks about right.
Hezký město, že jo?
Marchenko, 2011, for Russian separatist. 12 years they can't account for. And a praxis point. Praxis point that we can use for cloaked takedown, completely unnecessary. All of these are useful. Range boost on the radar. There we go. Well, I think with that, folks, that's where we're gonna have to call it, I think. That's where we're gonna have to call it for today. We made pretty good progress, I think, in these side missions. And the main missions, even.
Okay, fine.
So, I think, well, I know what we're gonna do. It's on the schedule. So tomorrow we'll be playing 9:30 in the morning, some Final Fantasy XI. We're gonna be bouncing back to the Xylart story. So it's a kind of an appropriate time where we could bounce back to that and probably try and push through as much of Xylart as we can. Which should be all of it at this point. Actually, we might We might see how far we can get in Rhapsodies before we start Xylart. That's the plan. Because I hit level 80 the other day. Yesterday. 81 actually on Red Mage. So we'll be trying to push through a little bit more on that.
Got it. Let's keep moving.
Push through on Rhapsodies to the next point on Rhapsodies where we're going to be stuck, which I don't remember where that is. Except that it's in the Ottergon section, so we won't worry about that till after Chains of Promethea is done.
All detected personnel are authorized.
Maybe we'll jump to Ottergon at some point after the Xylart's done, where I feel it's appropriate to just weave these stories together.
Let's keep moving.
But that's a kind of a longer term thing. I do know that the Xylart story, I believe it's in Xylart where you have to fight the Archangels, and I know it's not gonna be simple. In fact, I remember this other friend of mine, I had to help him get to 99 before he was able to, with trusts, fight them successfully. And those guys, and those are from the 75 era, so that's concerning to say the least. But that's neither here nor there. We'll see you all next time. Tomorrow for more Final Fantasy